Okay, guys, thanks a lot for being a marshal and for helping out for our graduation. And hopefully people will get some marshals to return the favor and pay it forward when you guys start to graduate. It can be a little confusing, so what I'm trying to do here is give you sort of a schematic of how things are going to work. And there's a couple different ways to do it. What's going to happen is this is the basic layout for the ceremony. So here's the platform. Here's all the chairs on the ground. You can see we broke it down. We have faculty in the front, 1 PhD student, 11 Master's of Science, 10 MSAT, 1 CST, Fitness Leadership, Fitness Leadership, Fitness Leadership. Faculty on this side, PEHTE, Sports Medicine over here. Okay. You guys, the marshals, you will all be sitting, I'm just going to see, I'll put it in right here. You guys will be back here. Marshals. So, Brandy and Meredith, after you lead the processional in and you work your way back and get everyone seated, you just come and you can sit in the back rows here. Everyone else, when you come in from your directing traffic, you can just come down to the bottom floor and you just, again, fill in here. Now what's going to happen is we're going to do awards, we're going to have a whole bunch of speaking, blah, blah, blah. And what I'm going to show you now is what's going to happen. And what I've done is everyone is going to be assigned a group of students that you're going to walk up to the ramp, okay, with the exception of Trayman. Trayman, what's going to happen with you, you are going to be my ramp guy up here. I'm going to show you what that means, okay? So what I'm going to show you now is the script, if I can find it. So this is the actual graduation script. So this is what's going to be said, blah, blah, blah. We get to skip all this, presentation awards. And what I want us to see is right here. So this is the diploma ceremony. So you're going to be sitting down and basically not doing anything until you get to the diploma ceremony. And what's going to happen is Dr. Schultz is going to say a few brief words, and then she's going to turn over to Aaron Pietmeyer, who is a doctoral candidate. Right here, this is where Aaron is going to say his little speech. Okay, I think it's like 2 minutes long, 3 minutes long. When he is done speaking, there's going to be applause. It's during the applause that we're going to ask you guys to start coming down and getting to your spot. So after Aaron finishes speaking, Brandy, you are in charge of escorting the doctoral candidate. So once he is done speaking and during the applause, Brandy, you're going to go from here, you're going to come down, and you're going to wait. Oop, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. This is what I want to do. And I'm going to make it nice and even. So Brandy, you're going to start from here, and you're going to come down, and you're going to wait right there. Okay? When Aaron says his line, will the candidate for the doctoral philosophy degree please stand and come forward? All you're going to do, Brandy, is escort the candidate up here to where the ramp is. Once she's on the ramp and she goes up, you're fine, you're dismissed, you can come back and have a seat. Okay? So when you hear Aaron Pietmeyer done, walk down here and you are going to escort the doctoral candidate up into the ramp. Alright? That's what Brandy is doing. The next thing you're going to hear on the script, the next group is going to be the master's degree. Stephanie Bear will come up. She will do her little speech here. Okay? When she is done speaking, so when Stephanie is done speaking about the master's students, I'm going to have Candace and Meredith. Candace and Meredith, you two will stand up, and Candace, you are taking care of the MS students, so you're going to stand right there. Meredith, you're taking the MSAT students, you're going to stand right next to them. Same thing, when they ask the students to rise, you're going to escort them up to the ramp. Once they're on the ramp, you can come back. Okay? Meredith, you do the same thing. Once Meredith, they ask the MSAT students to ride, you will walk them down, escort them to the ramp, and then you get to come back and hang out. Alright? So far, Brandy's got doctoral. Candace has MS. Meredith, you have the MSAT. That should take care of all of our graduate students, okay? Then the script continues, blah, 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 master's science, yada, yada, yada. And now we get to bachelor's degree. When the bachelor's degree speaker is Jason Beatty. When Jason is done speaking, and the applause, all of the marshals who are taking care of all the undergraduates come up, all right? So that means I have it right now. Olivia, you are going to do fitness leadership. So Olivia, you're going to be here with fitness leadership. I have Richard, you're going to be right next to her of CYSD because they're in the same row. And I have Holly, you are with physical education. And I have Tiara with sports medicine. Okay? So when Jason Beatty is done speaking during the applause, all four of you are going to stand up and you're going to walk to your row, wherever your students are. You're just going to stand there and wait. First one it's going to be called, I believe, is CYSD. So Richard, you're up first. Richard, just take your one candidate. There's only one of them. You're just going to take your candidate, Richard, walk him down to the podium, come back and have a seat. Okay? Then what we're going to do is fitness leadership. We're going to have Olivia. So when they call fitness leadership for Olivia, you're just going to escort all your fitness leadership people down, etc. All right? For this side, we are all coming out the left. All right? Now, when they call PEHTE, so that's physical education, Holly, you are going to take your group. Where'd my cursor go? There it is. And you're going to come around the back like this and down. Okay? We want to keep the open here. All right? Same thing with Tiara, who's taking sports medicine. You're going to come back down the middle aisle, around here, and down this way. Okay? So that is our flow. All of our students will then walk across the stage, come this way, and they'll come down the ramp here. Trayman, this is where you are. I forgot to mention you, but during the very first person, so when they first announced the PhD student, so when Brandy goes up to escort the PhD student, you are going to come down and you're going to stand right here at the bottom of the ramp. Your job is directing traffic. Okay? Very, very important job, Mr. Simpson. You have to direct traffic, because otherwise it becomes an absolute cluster muck. So, what we're going to do, let me just actually delete all this stuff so you can see it better. So, Mr. Simpson, you're going to be hanging out right there at the ramp. Okay? What's going to happen is when the PhD student comes up, she's going to come up this way, get her diploma, yay. She's going to come down the ramp. All you have to do is just tell her to come straight across, and then she goes back to her seat. It's only one student, that's okay, because she's the only one. For the MS students, they're going to come up, get their diploma, and now for the MS students, we're going to do something different. All right? I want you to escort them or point them all the way down the back, so you don't get a log jam over here, okay? So you're going to escort them, or sorry, not escort them, you're going to point them to go all the way to the back so they come around here, come back the middle, and go in like that. Alright, so I'll show you that again. So we're going to tell the MSA students they're going to come up, across the platform. Mr. Simpson, point to them so they know to go all the way down, come in, and then they'll go in the back. If the other marshals who are here, if you guys kind of want to help them kind of point them in that direction, that's fine also. That's going to be the same thing for everyone on this side, okay? So we're going to have the MSAT students, same idea, come down, around, and in. CYSD student, it's going to be a little bit weird because they're the only one, so they're going to come down, and they can come back, and we can just probably have them come all the way around the back, or we can figure out him. But that's going to be the basic way that flows. Now, for the right side, they're going to, like I said, you're going to be escorted by our people down and coming through. And when they come across the stage, Mr. Simpson, you can just direct them. They come right in this way. So it's coming like that, coming like that, they're coming like that. But you are really key. What we don't want to have happen are people just cutting across here and trying to do that. It gets completely confusing. Okay? So I don't know why that just happened. There it is. So When they announce the doctoral student, Brandy, Mr. Simpson, you guys will both come up and go to your respective stations. Mr. Simpson, you get to stand there the whole time, so you have to actually stand there for all the speeches, etc. If you want, you might be able to kind of hang out here, first row of seats, but you're very important because you're our traffic cop. All right, guys, I know it might seem a little bit confusing, but hopefully it makes sense. The left side goes around, comes back down the middle and in. The right side goes down the middle, around, and comes back to their seats. We're trying to keep this middle area open so everyone can take pictures and we don't block the podium. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If not, I will see you guys 1:45 on Thursday.